Hello from Freedom Tax Accounting. We are an accounting firm here in Florida where we have been providing quality accounting services for more than 20 years now. We wanted to make this video to answer one of the most common questions we get here in our office can I use the PPP or idle funds to pay my IRS taxes? Now, this video is being recorded July 15th. I always emphasize the date because the rules with these SBA programs have been constantly changing. So, whatever we discuss today may change tomorrow. That is why it is important for you to subscribe to our channel so you always get the latest information surrounding these programs. Okay, now today is July 15th, so today is tax day. If you haven't filed your tax return, you have until today to file and pay your taxes. Or you can file an extension today. If you do file an extension, you have until October 15th to file your taxes. But reminder that the extension only covers the time to file penalty. It does not cover the time to pay penalty. So if you owe taxes, you still have to pay those taxes today, and failure to pay will start accumulating penalties and interest. If you cannot pay in full, you can always set up a payment plan with the IRS. So take that taken care of today. Now, on a personal note, we here feel that the IRS will at some time in the future announce that even if you did not pay today, we feel that they will extend the tax payment date to October 15th. Um, this is not a law, that is our feeling of what's going to happen, given that there are still a lot of people going through economic hardship due to the pandemic, and a lot of people don't have the funds to pay their taxes. So once again, that's our feeling. That's what's going to happen. That the IRS will extend the tax payment date till October 15th, but that hasn't happened yet. So file an extension today if you haven't filed. Okay. Now, to the question, can I use the PPP or idle loan funds to pay my IRS income tax liability? Now, remember that there are two different SBA programs, and each program has different rules. There's the PPP program, which is the Paycheck Protection Program, and there's the idle program, is the emergency injury disaster loan. Both these programs have very different rules. Okay, now reminder that the rules and laws of these programs can be interpreted in different ways. Okay, we're going to share our interpretation of the law, but you can always ask for a second opinion from another attorney or another CPA. Okay, but whatever interpretation you choose to go with, you have to be ready to defend your interpretation in front of an auditor, just in case you get audited in the future. Now, it is also good to remember that there are several different types of entities. The PPP and idle programs have rules also change depending on your entity type. For example, if you have a corporation, yes, your corporation pays taxes at the corporate level, meaning that your corporation, if it owes income tax, your corporation is going to be the one responsible for paying the taxes. Now, if you have an S corporation, the taxes flow through the S corporation owner's personal tax return. So the taxes are paid from the S corp owner's personal tax. Okay. Also, if you're a sole proprietor, independent contractor, or self-employed, your business income tax is paid on a personal tax level. Okay. Now, let's go first through the PPP rules. Okay, and then we're going to discuss EIDL. Now, if you received PPP, people who got PPP are asking, can I pay my IRS income tax with the PPP funds? Now, if you have a corporation and your corporation received PPP funds, no, you cannot use PPP funds to pay your corporate IRS tax liability. Remember, the PPP loan is used for payroll, rent, utilities, and mortgage interest. Okay? If you have an S corporation, no, you cannot use the PPP funds to pay your IRS tax liability. Now, if you have an S corp and you're the owner, you should be paying yourself in payroll. So if you are paying yourself your payroll from your S corp, okay, and you have been following the PPP S corp owner payroll rules, you can use the PPP funds that you have been paying yourself via payroll to pay your S corp tax liability from your personal bank account. So if you got the PPP funds on your business bank account, you cannot pay the IRS debt from that business bank account. But you should be able, because you receive PPP funds and you are an S corp, you should be paying yourself in payroll. And then those funds you pay yourself in payroll, basically those funds are now on your personal bank account, and you can use those funds to pay the IRS debt. Okay. Now, if you are a partnership, self-employed, or an independent contractor, or an LLC that files taxes as a sole proprietor, you cannot use PPP funds to pay IRS income tax directly. But remember, partnerships, self-employed, independent contractors, or sole proprietors, with the new 24 weeks PPP rules, you can take all of the PPP funds and use them as owner compensation. Meaning, if you're a partnership, self-employed, independent contractor, or sole proprietor, 100% of the PPP funds, you can use them to pay yourself as the business owner. Okay? And that you can use to pay the IRS income tax liability. Okay? So in that case, you are using the PPP funds indirectly to pay the IRS debt. Okay? Now, with the EIDL, it's a little bit more complicated. Okay? So the question, can I use the EIDL funds to pay IRS income tax? We still do not have a clear answer from the SBA. And we called the SBA several times. All of the SBA agents told us no, that you cannot use EIDL funds to pay your business IRS income tax liability. Now, that creates a lot of confusion. Why? Because there are SBA documents that say you cannot use EIDL loan funds for payments of any part of direct federal debt except IRS obligations. So if you interpret that, you may think, well, I owe money to the IRS, so I can use it. But the SBA agents, all of them told us that no, you cannot use them. More confusion comes where other SBA documents say that you can use the EIDL funds to pay obligations that cannot be met because of loss in revenue. So your tax liability is an obligation on your business, and since you're losing revenue due to the pandemic, then you may use the EIDL funds to pay it. But once again, this is very confusing. Okay. Also, the SBA contract says that if you don't pay your IRS taxes, then your EIDL loan goes into default. So that's more dangerous than not paying the taxes. So there's a lot of confusion around this. So since we could not get a good answer from the SBA, we have discussed these questions with other CPAs, with other attorneys, and we all came into the conclusion that we are recommending our clients not to use the idle funds to pay your IRS income tax liability. We feel it is safer that you use the idle funds to pay your regular operational expenses and then use your funds to pay the IRS tax debt. Now, how can you do that? Okay, that's why we always have been recommending that you have two separate business accounts. Okay, for example, this is the strategy we have been recommending to our clients. In your business, you have your regular operational account and you have a separate account for your idle funds. On your operational account, keep depositing your current revenue. So the sales you are making now, keep depositing the funds to your operational account, okay? And you can pay the other business expenses you cannot pay with idle, you can pay with this account, okay? So you could pay your IRS tax debt from this account. But then from your idle fund account, you can pay the regular operational expenses that you can use the idle funds for. If you don't know what you can use or can't use idle funds for, we have another video on that is named How Can I Use My Idle Funds? Okay, so what's happening? Sales and revenue is still coming into your operational account. But since most of your operational expenses are being paid from the idle account, that means that more money should be available on your operational account. So pay your taxes out of this operational account. So indirectly, you're using the idle funds to pay your taxes, okay? Now, once again, that's our interpretation. Each case is different, and you should consult with your attorney and your CPA for your specific case. Okay. Now, thank you. We hope we have answered your question. I know that we didn't give you a definitive answer, but that's the case with a lot of the questions surrounding these SBA programs. Remember, a lot of these programs are new to everyone. And unfortunately, SBA, they're still not given clear answers for all these questions. But the SBA has been doing a good job of answering the phones. I really commend them because they have staffed up and these SBA loans are being processed quickly and they're doing a great job, okay? So once again, if you feel this video has been of value to you, please like our video so more people are able to get this information. God bless you. We're going to pray for you, for your business, for you to stay safe and your family as well. Once again, this is our contact information. We are providing consultations. We have lowered our consultation fees in order to help more business owners. If you need any help with idle or PPP applications or PPP forgiveness, we are providing that as a service as well. If you do not know us, we are part of Freedom Group. We are a group of 4 companies. We have the accounting firm, an immigration law firm, real estate brokerage, and an insurance and financial planning business. So we can help you in many, many ways. Once again, thank you. This is our contact information. Please subscribe to our channel so we will do our best to always keep you informed with the latest information. And like this video, okay? Thank you and God bless. Bye-bye.